Hello, hello, welcome. I am going to read for that top card there. I'll find out who it is when at the end. Okay, so I decided to do a moon reading because we have a new moon coming up. It's November 1st, so it's probably super early in the morning, so it's like the Halloween night. So we got some pretty good open energy. Let's see what it's bringing in. It's a new moon in Scorpio, so I'm gonna say it's got something to do with the transformation that you've been going through. Probably maybe a 6-month cycle, maybe longer. But I think it's something, maybe that's been kind of like trying to come in for you. From the Scorpio full moon, whenever that last one was, whatever that was for you, whatever that, whatever you were trying to manifest then is coming here into fruition now. So, what this is saying is like it's going to require you to do something that you haven't normally done. It's something that's maybe not in your comfort zone. It's the North Node. So this has got Aries all over it right now because that's where the North Node is. It's the energy of manifesting. And so this is talking about surrendering, stepping out of your comfort zone, and healing. So let's see what it is talking about. Let's clarify the tarot. Surrender to the divine spirits, angels, guides. Thank you so much for giving us this information. We appreciate it. Okay. Oh, so wow, 2 cards comes out. 5 of Swords and the 6 of Cups. Surrender this situation to the divine. This is something that's on your mind that you can't stop thinking about. Somebody belittled you. Somebody made you feel small. This could be something that you've been carrying around your whole life. I'm going to get a little bit more. Yeah, I feel like, this is something that has been heartbreaking for you. I don't know what this is. This could be a love situation. It could be a family situation. But I definitely feel like something ended, I feel like it wasn't fair. It wasn't, somebody in this situation wasn't having respect, wasn't having value. Something, it broke your heart, and somebody walked away, or you walked away, searching for, this is what you're walking toward, this is what you want. So this could have been what you're trying to manifest right here, letting go of this old situation. This is someone who doesn't fucking care. This is someone who doesn't value you, and you're walking away because they hurt you for the last time here. And so you're like, you know what? This is what I want. I want stability, 4 of Wands. I want somebody who has respect for me. I want someone who cooperates with me. I want someone who's like part of my life, my tree, my plan, I want someone that's going to love me and respect me. So I feel like that's kind of what's happening here, is there's a walking away of something that's really got you feeling kind of shitty about yourself. And I feel like you're finally to the point where you're like, this doesn't serve me anymore. This doesn't work for me. This is not something that I want to be a part of. I don't want to be a part of somebody making me feel like I'm unimportant. I want something better than that. So what you're walking toward here is the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. And I feel like, this card is saying like, surrender this to the divine, and this is what's coming in. If you let go of this, this is what will come in. You're doing the right thing. I know it probably feels kind of shitty. It looks like it. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Clarify that, Spirit, for the top card. Okay, so you have the Moon card. So, and the Four of Swords. And the Six of Swords is at the bottom. Okay, so this is what's happening. Like, I feel like, so this situation really kind of got to you. And I feel like, like if you're a moon wisher, it's definitely talking about wishing on a full moon, surrendering this situation, and then walking forward toward what you really want. And sometimes when something hurts us, like the Three of Swords, right? That's like a heartbreak. Four Swords is trying to heal up from that heartbreak, and what happens when we do that? You can see what this guy is doing. He's laying with his head against. He's trying to ground. He's trying to channel. He's trying to understand hidden things, emotional things, things that hurt him. So the Six of Swords comes out here. You got the Five here, right? So you're working through sword energy. Swords are about truth. They're about communication. They're about truth, communication, judgment, fairness. So you have the Three here. So you got your heart broke, and you walked away, you made a decision, and then you're healing up. And what you're healing up from is this Five of Swords. And this is the story of that knife maker guy. And I know a lot of you, probably heard this story a million times, but I'm going to tell you again. This guy here is a knife maker, and he is going around selling his stuff door to door. And he gets to this guy's house, and this guy is like, he's trying to, like, I don't know, get the knives for cheaper, or he's just in a bad mood and he's treating this guy like shit. Like, who knows what's happening here? But he's got a really, like, he thinks he's better than the guy. So that's the attitude, that's the pain that you're feeling. Okay, it's that same pain as this knife maker, because he spends a lot of time and energy on making those knives, and this guy is really kind of saying like, well, they're not really worth it. And so you can imagine what that knife maker feels like, especially, if it's the way he feeds his family. So it could be somebody who doesn't appreciate what you do for work, or they just don't appreciate what you do for your family. Something. Because you got a lot of family energy here. You got the Ten of Pentacles, which is talking about, in this one, like generations of family, right? So, and what you want is like this Four of Wands, right? And it's like this is two people who really dig each other, who are working as in a common goal. And you can see by the way they're looking at each other, and that communication is beautiful. It's kind, it's loving, it's admiration, So that's what you want. You want someone who admires your work and who will work with you rather than, feel like what you do is worthless, right? So step out of your comfort zone. So this is where Spirit is talking to you here. Maybe explaining some things about all of this, So let's see what you're finding out here. Because I feel like, step out of your comfort zone is your spirit saying like, stand up and do something different. This is the Death card, the Lord of the Shadows. I feel like this is saying like, you have someone from the other side that's hanging out with you. That's really the meaning of this card. And like, I don't know, but I feel like there could be like messages like through butterflies. If you see butterflies, it could be from this person, like just letting you know, hey, I'm right here. Because I feel like you're having a hard time letting this thing go. Um, I feel like you're having a hard time with that, and this person on the other side is trying to help you, show you some stuff, show you what are you trying to show these people? What are you trying to show your family member here in the death card? What are you doing here? What's your part? It's Lady and Lord. So the lovers, the choice that you have to make, that's the meaning of that card, right? It's either talking about love. Um, Maybe this person is trying to take you to true love for a new beginning, right? Because I think that this person on the other side has been watching you cry. Then they feel like, you're kind of lost your oomph with the King of Wands. They're saying, like, there's more, you can create it. King of Wands is a magical being and very confident in himself. So I kind of feel like what this person has kind of robbed you of your confidence. And I think like while you're in this Four of Swords, I feel like your higher self is showing you that you do deserve to be loved, right? And there's a new beginning coming, but you're kind of like lost in this sadness, like you're stuck in the past. And I feel like that's an important message. Like, you know what I mean? Step out of your comfort zone. So it means that you're kind of in a cycle, um, because the South Node is kind of like a karmic cycle. And it's something that we all have to work through. South Node right now is in Libra. So, what that might feel like at this point, like, I don't know where your South Node is, but you should look, because those are like traits, wherever that South Node is traits that you'll be having to leave behind, and then you go toward your North Node, like that's your soul's purpose. But it's that leaving all that familiar stuff behind that's hard, stepping into the comfort zone and walking toward what's new and different. And that's what it's saying. So that is why you do have something new and different coming in. But I feel like you're missing it, or you might miss it if you don't. If you stay in the cycle, there's something better coming. I feel like it's a lover. So whatever you're holding on to from the past, like I just feel like spirit is asking you to let it go. So what it would feel like with the South Node right now in Libra is we might be looking at our tendency to try and people please. It could be a million things, but that's kind of the one that I feel like, how when you feel like you have to like put yourself aside and take care of other people. And sometimes we do. I mean, sometimes we're moms and our kids come first, and like that's a real thing. But I'm kind of talking about your spiritual journey, what makes your soul excited inside, your confidence level, all of that. So I feel like, so in today, right now, with the South Node in Libra, you might be urged to let go of people pleasing tendencies, and you might be urged to go towards something brand new. Aries, the Emperor, starting your own business, taking a bull by the horns, like this is my fucking life, like this is the way it's gonna go down. And that would be right here. This is Aries energy too, King of Wands. So I feel like some of you maybe are being asked to do something you've never done before, and it's kind of scary. And I also feel like there could be a new person coming in that wants a new beginning, and it's pretty powerful. But I feel like this place that you're in the Nine of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, like Nine of Swords is the nightmare card, you know. Four of Pentacles, like in this one, this person is too busy to answer the door. right? So it's talking about like missing an opportunity. And this is a pretty good opportunity. You know, it's love, or a partnership maybe. It's a brand new beginning. And then it's you here understanding your power, really, with the King of Wands and having confidence in it. So they're asking you to step out of that comfort zone. This sadness could become a comfort zone. It can. It's pretty safe in that place. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're just in your own little world and no one can come and hurt you. I understand that feeling. A time for healing. So the standing stone comes out. This is a Libra card. Um, and it's about like making sense out of something like this. You know, like, like this is what happened. We get stuck in this because we're wondering, like, why did it happen? You know, like, what, that wasn't fair. What did I do wrong? How can I fix it? That's that Libra energy. I just want to fix it. And so you're really stuck in your head here about this situation, whatever it might be. And it's hard to say what that is, but let's see. It could be a love relationship that just somebody that just didn't value who you were, and that's always painful as well, you know. So let's look at the standing stone, a time for healing. What are you finding out in this card? Six of, okay, whatever you're finding out, whatever this justice is, it's changing the way you feel. It is. It's changing the way you feel about cooperating with people and what you feel about yourself. Ten of Wands is the end of a long fucking road. You know, it's like you are at the end of, you made it. You did it. You've come a long way. It's about understanding that. All the struggles and why they happened and where they got you, you know? Yep. So the way you feel about this situation is what's changing. Yeah. You're ending out being a victor here. Victory after the battle. Lesson learned. The truth is here. And then that's when something new comes in. Look at the bottom of the deck. It comes in once you accept what you're learning here, like the justice. It's almost like, I don't know, but I feel like it's this person on the other side. The death card. It could, maybe was a Scorpio. I don't know. But you got Scorpio, Gemini, Pisces in this pile talking about this person on the other side. And there is somebody over there that wants to help you. You know, I just got something in my head. This person on the other side could have been the one that made you feel shitty about yourself when you were a kid. It could be a family member, like a grandfather or a father or a sibling. It could be any of that. It doesn't have to be a lover. But I think what has happened because of this feeling, like, because this person made you feel smaller than you are, like insignificant is what I mean. And I feel like when we feel insignificant, we really have a low vibration and we attract low vibration people into our life, for friends, for lovers, for whatever, like we just, even jobs, we attract low vibe stuff because we're low vibe, and because this happened to us and we really feel like we're not really worth anything. And so that's how we conduct our life if this happened as a child. But you see what's happening here. It's like, it is like the soul wants you to see something else. I feel like this has been a kind of a common message this with this moon. So, the moon that's in Scorpio, right? That's like a death and a transformation. New moon is about a new beginning. Now, it looks to me like this happened in the past and you're kind of doing this right now, and then this is your future. You know what I mean? Here's what happens when you tap in to your higher self. You do learn the truth. You understand what the lessons were and how it kind of shaped and molded you. I feel like you're coming out like King of Swords, very knowledgeable, wise, like understanding maybe even more than just your own human history, but maybe even like getting some kind of glimpses of your your soul's knowledge, because that's kind of what this card is about. It's about tapping in to that universal knowledge. So, and we all have the ability to do it. It's just whether we take the time, it's whether we work with the energy, and it's whether we really, really try. You know what I mean? This is a gift. Three of Pentacles coming in for you. You know, your higher self is at the wheel here. I kind of feel like this lover or something that's coming in, or maybe this is about you, just like amping up in psychic ability. I also feel like maybe Emperor energy coming in, like slowly but surely. Wheel of Fortune is here to help you. I think, like, I don't know, stop feeling like you have to protect yourself, because you don't, because right here, it's saying, like, remember what I said, Emperor energy, it's because of the kings, but it's right here. It's just something I've noticed over the years of reading tarot. It's like when you get a whole bunch of kings, or even two, like side by side like this, it's telling me that you're gaining power. Like spirit, your higher self is like showing you little by little, like how powerful and how strong you are, how wise you are, and how you are connected to all that is, and how much really knowledge you have inside that soul. It's inside your body, in DNA, in your DNA. You do carry it around. It's just that, you know, until we really, unless we really try to reach, you know, reach the other side, reach our higher self, we walk around protecting ourselves as a human, you know. But I feel like you're learning, like in that healing, in the justice, whatever. I feel like you are learning that you're the emperor. And it's talking about it here as well with this North Node. So that's what's happening. And your comfort zone could very well be like being in a dark night of the soul. Like you might even be like, well, I don't really mind. Like, you know, you're isolated in this feeling, in this place. You are doing this solo just with your higher self. And there is something kind of magical about that. Like it feels like sometimes the like depression, it feels like that, but really it's so much bigger than that, because your soul is loving you just all the time, and like just feeding you information about who you are, trying to undo or like reframe this situation into like, oh, I get how that started my life out. Like if it was a childhood thing, I think it is. Because you know what else is with the North Node right now? It's Chiron, the wounded healer. So why would we not be talking about an inner child wounding? And what's ending up happening here is you really owning and taking charge of your life. So I do feel like you've been healing. Let's see who we're talking to. It's Aquarius. Wow, okay, so you guys are the ones that you got Pluto coming on in. So, Aquarius, I feel like whatever happened back here is something that you're still working on. And I feel like, you know, it would, I mean, if you could meditate and talk to your higher self and just about this past feeling that's got you feeling very like being attacked, you know what I mean? Like it's just this feeling where you want to seclude yourself, and it looks to me like you've been struggling to make it. And I just feel like it's close. You're close with this card, because that's the 10. And when you know, when you get to the 10, it really becomes a 1. Um, it really kind of does, because the 0 has no value, right? So what this really means is like you get to the end of this thing, but you come out like with a brand new beginning, a brand new you. You've learned your lesson with the Hierophant card, and you are definitely victorious here because of all the knowledge. It is so your higher self, and it is divine timing. You see it? The divine timing is coming in, for you to be healed, to understand, to like get the light, right? Because you've been in the dark, and I feel like, you know, you know, it's changing. You've got the sun as well as the Hierophant. And this card is kind of cool about the Hierophant because it's called the High Priest, you know, and he's the ruler of the sun, and the sun is right here. And let me show you the other one. So over here, you've got the moon, right? The moon, and there's something about the moon and the release of this, I feel like, because it's the moon in Scorpio, and these two cards are like on top of each other. So it's telling me like now's the time. This is the moon to do the energy exchange, you know. Exchange this feeling of shit for this feeling of love and wholeness and happiness. You know what I mean? And I think like just do that for your moon wish. The rest is just going to happen because it's the Wheel of Fortune. But anyway, what I wanted to say is the moon is also here with its ruler, the High Priestess, which is you. It's your intuition. So that is why it's so important to tap into that moon energy, man, because we're directly connected to it with our higher self. Also, so you have the sun and the moon, and you have the high priest and the high priestess. I feel like there's a lot of you that could be amping up in your psychic abilities. Like you might start, like, I don't even know what kind of gifts you already have. It could be anything. You know, there are so many psychic gifts. You could be really activating your third eye, is one of them that I feel like. So, intuitive hits coming in right after left, kind of guiding you into a new direction. And these things that you're being like led to do by your higher self. These are for your highest good and growth, right? Because at the end of the day, you're going to be the ruler here with the emperor being right there. Like that's what it's saying. Like slowly but surely, your higher self is showing you who you really are, which is a very divine energy. You know what I mean? So, I guess that's where I'm going to leave it off. I'm going to go into an extended and do an extended. I'm going to find out about this relationship because it almost looks to me like it could very well could be like a psychic connection. Um, with the high priest and high priestess here, as well as the lovers, the new beginning. You know, this could be somebody that's teaching you something. You know, King of Wands. This could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. There's also the other one over here. The other king is air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But someone's coming in, and this is what you have coming right here: the Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. A respectful, loving relationship that like helps you build your legacy. You know what I mean? The Ten of Pentacles is also always, or not always, but sometimes called the tree of life. It's you. It's you. You're the tree, and it's your tree. And so I feel like you want stability in your tree. You want somebody who respects you and love you, and they're coming. But I feel like you're so worried or so freaked out, or something around you is going on that's got you super scared. Maybe it's money. Are you scared about not having enough money or something like that? Because, like, just I feel like that's got to be what has to be let go of. Because I think it has something to do with this over here, this childhood thing. I feel like could be a childhood thing, but it also could be the thing that is a constant in your life, like a cycle. You know what I mean? So let's just talk about what this could be. This could be a person whose dad walked away from them when they were a kid. They walked away from them. They just walked away like you didn't exist. And it made you feel some type of way, right? Rejected, unloved, small, not important, not good enough, all those kinds of things. And what you've always wanted was to feel the opposite of that: loved, wanted, taken care of. Um, all those, you have wanted all those things. And it's telling me here that you know, maybe you didn't get to feel that way because what happens if you start out your life like that, feeling like that? Like you pick people that maybe don't treat you like you should be treated, you know what I mean? It's true. And that's how come, like, you know, if you really dive into your soul plan, like look at your astrology and like really figure out what's going on, like you can find out about what kind of parents you chose and they'll be right spot on in your birth chart. It's all laid out there for you. It's kind of weird how that works, but anyway, I feel like so that's one way to like find the justice in a situation is to like realize like, wow, I actually chose this beginning. You know, I chose this beginning to feel like I'm unloved and not enough. I wanted to experience how to find my way out of that, how to find my way back to who I really am after a life of that. So if you start out with, say, you know, like that, then you end up with people that treat you like that, and the cycle continues until you figure something else out. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, we have to be in a pretty dark place, but I see it here. I see her in it right here. And it almost looks like you know, have been here before. This place where you're not enough, you're sad, you're scared about what's happening tomorrow, the next week, how are you going to pay your rent, what am I going to feed the kids. It is scary, you know. I mean, it could be all kinds of things that you're up all night about, but as you heal, and that's what I'm saying, like sometimes it takes a really lot of pain to get us to like stop what we're doing and answer the fucking door. You know what I mean? Because that right there is your soul knocking on the door to try and help you. But you got your hands full. So be careful with that. I mean, I just feel like, you know, whatever that means for you, pay attention to the little niggles, you know, like the little feeling in your tummy, you know. Like I always think about, oh, some stuff like what makes you really excited, you know, like my grandkids do really say or do cute things a lot, and I can feel this little tickle in my belly, and that's your soul. That is the soul, it reacting as well, you know what I mean. And if you're gonna do something, let's say you're gonna send a really mean text and like you're texting it away, I'm only saying this because I've done it, and you get it, and you know, while you're texting it, your adrenaline's running, you're saying the meanest shit you've ever said, and you mean it at the time. In that second of anger, you mean it, and you push send, and sometimes it takes 1 minute, sometimes it takes 5 minutes, sometimes it takes a year. But at some point, you realize that you made a mistake. And somewhere in there, you felt that feeling in your stomach when you sent the text. It was there. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to hate it. You're not going to be able to live with the consequences here. Hey, your higher self, at least mine, it's totally right, like above my belly button where all that action happens. So anyway, I feel like you're healing, and I think you should like kick back and let your higher self show you the way, because not only are they explaining like why this happened to you as a child, but they're also changing your thoughts on it, you know, like this is the way it was, and it's over now, because now you made it to this place where you're in this ball and you're reaching for your higher self, and your higher self is here. But for some reason, like sometimes we ignore it, and it's definitely works through the chakra system. So if you don't know what chakras are, I think you should probably Google it, because that's how the higher self talks to us in a lot of times. Like you can actually hear them, but I think in the beginning, like just pay attention to the feels, because you can feel it more than anything. All right, so That's what I got. And I'm going to go into the extended. I'm going to find out who this love is coming in for you and what it's all about. I'm going to check out these two cards too. And then just like, what does the Emperor want to say? I want to know what this victory is too. So that's what I'm going to be clarifying some of that. So if you want to join me, there's a link down below. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Have a great day.